Obviously, a difficult night for us. They beat us every way, that you could. We had no answers defensively for them, and offensively just not consistent enough to stay in a scoring match with them. And we got to own everything that's on that film: the effort, the good and the bad, and go back to work and hopefully get better. This will test us, which is football does that, and it'll test us because the only way to get out of this funk is to work hard, and to do that you've got to have the right attitude and be able to put the past behind, but at the same time own what we're doing. And I don't know that we win the game, but we certainly could have played better. That's a really good offense, and we didn't play our best for sure.
Slow start on offense again on the road. How tough is that, especially in an environment like this?
That's not what we needed, And it's funny. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it didn't happen the rest of the game, and so I don't know what Avery was hearing. Both of them, we didn't clap. We didn't give the cadence, and but that certainly was not a good way to start it.
You just talk so often about these Robbie Asher's packages. Was starting in the second half part of the package, or trying to find a spark on offense, or just how did you see putting him on the field tonight?
Yeah, well, I mean, his package worked really well in the first half, and we were only 2 scores down starting the second half, so you want to start with the good stuff, and felt like that was our best option.
Brandon Frazier hadn't done much for 3 years, I guess, as far as catching the ball, and now he's become a much bigger part of the offense. Job he did tonight.
Yeah, happy for him. I mean, those tight ends are, and they go to work every day, that room, and great leadership in that room by all those guys, and they're really vital to us. It's one of the better rooms we have all around, truthfully, and it's good to see Frazier get some balls come his way.
You disappointed the way the offense kind of orchestrated coming off an off week when you guys had extra time?
Yeah, I felt really good about the plan. Felt like we had a chance to maybe get some long drives and keep our defense on the sideline, and we just never found any consistency. So yeah, it's disappointing for sure.
How tough is it to balance that, but being a tempo offense? It looked like Peyton especially had a little bit more rhythm once you guys went a little bit more tempo tonight. Is that a tough balance?
It's a really tough balance. We've something we're debating. Do we say we're going to be a tempo offense and know that that's going to cost us more plays on a defense that's very, very thin and doesn't have much depth? That's a tough decision for sure. Tempo does help, but just got to try to balance that at what's best for our team.
Camden Brown had a couple of early targets and catches, and then I don't know if he had any targets after that. What was kind of the plan to maybe get him more involved?
Well, they were RPOs, and Peyton did good on both of those, and they quit. They started playing the boundary receiver differently to try to take that RPO away, and the one that they were still inserting the safety as an extra hat, and this really hurt us because we were moving the ball, and 3 times the RPO is a fade because you're impressed. Instead, they were off early, and he ran the slants, and that's an easier throw. And then we had three of them, one to Nick, one to maybe Shane, I can't remember, maybe Rivaldo was the third one.
Yeah.
And they were all like on 2nd and 6 after we got a good run on first down, and we're not winning those battles. We were 0 for 3 on it, so we quit throwing it. And that's, I'm sure would be nice to win a few of those because that's how that play is designed, and I couldn't tell. All 3 of those were on the other sideline, and I couldn't tell if the routes were good, if the balls were good. I couldn't tell. But man, just you know, those were all 3 drives that put us in 3rd and long, and that's not a spot we're very good at right now.
Matt?
Just following up on what you said about discussions about whether it be a tempo offense. I know you haven't had a chance to sit and watch film yet, but do you have any immediate thoughts on what you liked about the tempo? Is something you think you'd want to keep doing in the future?
Same thing. We just got to balance it each week. I mean, I don't know that we're built to be in a scoring match right now with LSU or Ole Miss next week, who are both extremely talented and good offensively. But maybe it is. Maybe we should and see how we perform. But that wasn't the plan coming in, and I doubt it will be going forward.
Justin?
The 3 scoring drives you guys did have, just initially, can you point to anything that you guys were doing differently or correctly, just things to start working for y'all?
Yeah, just didn't have any negative plays in those, and obviously had some good runs, some good passes, and it's the same stuff we were attempting to try, you know, in the first possession of the game. Nothing really changed. Halftime, we changed a blocking scheme, but never really got to it. So just no consistency. I'm curious to watch the film and just kind of break down each drive and say, you know, what really happened here.
Richard?
What was it about Jeremiah that made you guys want to go to him so much? Was it just kind of like right behind?
Jeremiah Cobb. Oh, well, I mean, he's in that package, and it's not that it. All of those, pretty much every one of them, I think, are reads, are options. Obviously, Robbie could have pulled them too, but we worked him and Battie at that spot, and you know, Jeremiah's going to be a really good player.
We'll finish up with Brian and then Justin.
Yeah, you mentioned how good LSU's offense was, but defensively, do you think your lack of depth and some injuries are starting to show up a little bit more?
It certainly, we didn't seem to have the same juice tonight, and obviously Masai is a really good 4-eye anchor against the run, and you know, losing him certainly didn't help, but didn't think we played with the same intensity. But they're really, really talented. You got to give them credit too.
You've been talking about how the team keep fighting all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that was the same case tonight, or do you feel you see any drop off?
I didn't think we fought as hard, but that's something I've got to own. It's my job to get them to play hard, and maybe I'll watch the film and think differently. Just, I don't know, and maybe it was the fact that they leaned on us and were knocking us off the ball a little bit that made me feel that way. I don't know. And it may be that they're that good. I don't know. I have to watch the film.